And it's like I almost fell for that rebrand of the accountability archives because I did go to her page and I checked the video where she was like, it's just for politicians, just for politicians. There's a small majority of people that are from TikTok. But then I went back and saw the original videos. It's about TikTokers. It's about TikTokers. Just admit it. Like I said, y'all love TikTok drama.
Accountability archive this, accountability archive that. You guys have completely lost the plot. I can't imagine something more pathetic or a waste of time than keeping a flash drive of what influencers and TikTokers are saying during a time like this. Many of the leftists on this app have completely lost the plot of what's actually happening in the world, which is a genocide. The accountability archives are just a waste of time, and they're just a way to keep TikTok beef going against creators that you don't like.
What's good, you guys? Welcome on the second part of the last conversation. If you have not watched the last video, I would really want you to go watch it because you're going to get the whole thing going on. You're going to get the whole memo behind all of this conversation that you're about to watch in this episode. So, but just for a little quick rundown, a Black woman, a creator online who I can call an activist online to let people know that she has a drive where she saves video of so many people who have said outrageous things, because in the future, when they come online to say they did not say that, they are going to be able to show them that not only did you say it once, but you probably even said it twice. So she came online to made that announcement, and the moment she made that, it went viral, and Black people were responding that is so hypocritical of her to do that, because a lot of people believe that the back and forth and the beef that happened between Black people during election and pro-Palestine conversation thing, and how Black people, were saying that since nobody supports them, nobody wants to stand with them because they want to vote for Kamala Harris, and they are now being seen as evil because they want to vote for Kamala Harris, that yes, they are just going to stand on their own for now and face themselves and take a rest from all of these activist things they do. It even got to a point where I think a pro-Palestine activist online talk about how they need Black people to remove, the Palestine logo from their bio because they do not truly care. And, so many people reacted to that in anger. People are going through a lot. The election was a lot for so many people. So people reacted out of anger and said some certain things, which a lot of people believe that those videos that this lady had saved, it might contain some of the reaction from Black people during those moments. It sparked a lot of conversation. And, the people who never supported the idea of Black people voting for Kamala Harris are now coming online, attacking Black people, saying, why are you all together? Why can't you all stand 10 toes on what you guys said? And this is a more reaction from people who have a lot to say, especially to Black people who are angry at the fact that this lady said she has a drive where she saves so many videos of outrageous things that so many people are saying on the internet. Without wasting much time, let's get into it.
All the reactions and responses I'm seeing to the mention of Maddie Swan's accountability archive have me confused, because it's like, do y'all forget the energy y'all were giving to us on this app pre and post election, especially post election? Where's that energy now? Where's that fuck around and find out? Better yet, where's that resting energy? Shouldn't y'all be resting? Why are you on the internet talking about political matters? Go rest. You've done enough work. You voted properly. Why are you yapping on the internet about politics? Come on now. And one thing I find funny is that the people who are complaining about this archive are the people I expect to be on there. So I think they expect the same thing too. And that means that you knew what type of BS you were posting and how terrible and awful it sounded. I'm confused. A lot of the folks who are getting upset about this accountability archive are saying that we're just engaging in petty drama BS. Huh? Don't talk about petty drama, because last time I checked, a good portion of y'all changed your entire political worldview because of drama between two TikTok creators, Maya and Tori. The way that went down, some of y'all literally turned your entire back to the Palestinian movement. And yes, there are people on this app who claim to be part of that movement who are being racist and antagonistic, and that's fair to call them out. But the thing is, like, you let that entire situation and the actions of one creator make you antagonistic towards the entire movement and what it stood for. And we're engaging in the petty drama? I don't get it. Some of y'all are acting like it's this like invasive, investigative CIA, FBI leak. It's not. Y'all posted public videos on this app. You allowed for people to download your video and share it to other platforms. And now you're upset that people are using that same feature to document those videos and then bring it back to discuss on the same app where you posted in the first place. It just sounds like we're using the app the same way you are. It's not our fault. It's not Maddie Swan's fault that y'all's politic is shaky, fickle, that it doesn't have a solid foundation based in moral principles, that it can change at the slightest provocation, at the blowing of the wind. Okay? And if you said something that was out of pocket, then tough. You have to deal with that. And if you said something out of pocket and you don't feel bad about it, then why are you making a video about how you're upset about the archives in general? Make it make sense.
My thing with the accountability archives, y'all knew how the internet worked. Y'all decided to treat the presidential election like it was the Super Bowl, and when your candidate didn't win because they didn't play hard enough, you got on the internet and said you wanted Gaza turned into a parking lot. You said that with your chest. You were monetized. You made a minute+ long video so that you got some money off of it. You decided to do that. And it's multiple yous. It's not just one. It's multiple of you out there. So fuck our accountability archive. I ain't in that bitch. I ain't in there. Like, it doesn't matter how mad you are. If you were ever pro-genocide for any reason, you might get called out for it. You might get called out for being pro-genocide. Is that crazy to you? Is that just absolutely wild and unheard of? That somebody posting some disgusting stuff about supporting a genocide might get called out for it? Is that literally out of the realm of possibility for you? Or does it not apply because you think it's you? And I made a mistake, so it shouldn't count against me. Laughable.
Liberals, how does it feel watching your Democratic overlords abandon you once again? That they're now recognizing the starvation of Palestinian children because they realize that if they don't cynically get out in front of this issue, that they're all going to get fucking primaried in 2026. How does it feel to be so consistently wrong all the time? Do you feel dumb? Do you perhaps feel a little stupid? Of course you don't. Because you are a creature not capable of higher thought. You have no fully developed prefrontal cortex. You are a small organism, only capable of phototaxis because you react to shapes and colors. I already told you this. I'm Negrodamus. I predicted this 2 years ago. We all saw the video. You were very angry at me. I posted it again just for posterity. You are going to unquestioningly adopt the mainstream Democratic narrative and pretend that you were always pro-Palestinian. You are going to whitewash your past transgressions in the blood of marginalized people and pretend that you were always a good person. And history will try to forget, but we will always remember. You remember when you told me Americans don't care about genocide? You said that foreign policy was only ranked number 10 on Americans' mind for the 2024 election campaign. Which, by the way, being there millions of problems with America right now, being ranked number 10 is a pretty big goddamn deal. So you're already wrong there, right? Remember when you called them single issue voters? You remember that? Genocide is a single issue? No, it's not. We disagree on genocide. We disagree on mutilation. We disagree on murder. We disagree on starvation. We disagree on treatment of children. We disagree on SA. We disagree on morality, on ethics, on political strategy. We are so far removed from being clique, bro. We are not allies. But if you suddenly changing a switch in your brain and pretending to care about Palestinians helps down the road to stop the genocide of Palestinians, then we'll allow it. But you are never entitled to forgiveness, and you will be held accountable for it.
The only reason you'd be upset about an accountability archive is if you thought you were in it. Because otherwise, it is just a basic tool for documenting the historical record. What's funny is how many of you think you're important enough to be in it. Like, you must have said some really crazy shit for this to be so threatening to you. Because the reality is, for the past 2 years, we have seen politicians, journalists, celebrities say some really, really crazy stuff. And that should be documented for posterity. Not just so people decades from now can understand the sentiments of the time, but so that we can understand who is safe to let into our movements and who isn't. And frankly, some of y'all aren't safe. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Part of why we are in the position that we are in as a society right now is because after the Holocaust and World War II, Nazis were allowed to just reintegrate into society. It's the same thing that happened after the Civil War. These people were allowed to just be part of our communities. And so now we still have these people, these Nazis, these white supremacists in our society wreaking havoc. One day when all is said and done, it's important that we know who can safely be welcomed into our communities with open arms and who perhaps needs some re-education before they're allowed in our spaces. And just like people today wonder, what did the average German feel during the Holocaust? One day people are going to wonder, what did the average American feel during the Gazan genocide? And it's important that we have primary sources to tell them exactly how y'all felt. I also think it's really interesting that this conversation is happening at the same time as Love Island, where Nobody seemed to have a problem with people pulling up old Instagram posts, Facebook posts, tweets to see how some of these contestants may have been problematic. But suddenly documenting how people are responding to a genocide is too far. Can we be a little fucking for real? Anyway, I hope some of y'all's whack-ass responses to this moment ends up in that archive too.
As you guys can see, the people who never supported the idea of black people voting for Kamala Harris are responding as well, saying that you guys were having a lot of things to say about, Palestine people. It was a huge fight on the media, you guys. I don't know if you guys can still remember or if you've come across so many content of people covering the content of Tori and Amaya or something. Amaya is like a pro-Palestine, and then Tori as well standing for black people because, they just automatically start attacking black people who support Kamala Harris, stating that they do not like Palestine people because if they do, they will not be supporting Kamala Harris. And black people are saying, for now, we are fighting for our home country. When we are done fighting for our own country, we are going to come back to you guys. And then pro-Palestine people responded and said they are fake for that if they genuinely cared about the people of Palestine, they would not vote for the people that they said they were going to vote for. So many of these people are talking about how, those who are hungry at the draft are hungry because they do not want to be remembered the way or talked about the way we talk about the oppressors today. They do not want to acknowledge the fact that they are upholding the same supremacy. They don't want to wake up one day and see that is going to affect their job, affect their work, affect their life. And I said in my last video, I said a lot of this reaction and a lot of this fight over this accountability archive is because of the fact that we automatically view accountability as punishment, which is not supposed to be like that. When people are held accountable, they are shamed so much. They are shamed and they are forced to go hiding. And I see this as well. I see so many people as well discussing this particular one because I feel like it's a conversation we have discussed before on this channel. Because when you hold people accountable, you're not supposed to shame them into hiding. You're supposed to encourage them, allow them to grow. If accountability is viewed like that, I do not think this lady coming online to say she has a draft of, people who have been saying outrageous things, I do not think that is going to cause a fight. If we understand accountability to be something like that, if we actually live to give each other grace and not hold somebody accountable and cancel them to a point where they go hiding. Like if we give accountability to social media as a whole, if we give accountability another meaning, maybe it will not be this bad. It has been causing a lot of back and forth. Like creators, even black creators, are dragging each other. And I want to hear what you guys think about this. What do you genuinely think about the people who are hungry, about the people who are angry at those who are hungry and calling them out, and about the people who are saying, oh, you guys need to go apologize to the pro-Palestine people now because you all could not stand on what you said. That's why you're now scared, hearing that there is a tape that might probably come out. Because if you guys, are so sure of what you said, you can back what you said. You shouldn't be scared about somebody saying that they saved those videos. Like, what are you scared of? Let me hear what you guys think about this whole thing going on. Let me hear what you think about this whole conversation in the comment section. I will be in the comment section reading and responding. So please try to engage and please make sure you click the like button so others get to see this video and join in this conversation as well. And I am going to see you guys in the next episode. Bye, guys.